All right, Ninja Nation, welcome to Secret 3 Decision Maker Handshakes. We spent all this time generating leads. We're building our flywheel. We're nurturing those leads with cold, warm, or hot specific workflows. Now it's time. We have finally nurtured them to get to shake hands. This is our moment to shine. We're gonna walk in with confidence, knowing when they pick up the phone or they meet us in the lobby or they respond to the email exactly what we're going to say to them so that our phrase that pays comes across clear and confident. We nearly eliminate objections, and when we do get them, we recognize exactly what to do with them without overcoming them or feeling all icky doing that typical sales stuff. I'm really excited about this one. The DM handshake is where most insurance agents stumble. Why? Because they focus on what they need, getting the meeting, rather than what the decision maker wants. They fail to communicate any compelling reason for the decision maker to desire to actually schedule the meeting. Think about it. If they schedule because they want to, they are much more likely to show up for the meeting, pay attention during the meeting, and potentially take you up on your next step. If they show up because you kind of guilt trip them into it, or you just found your way through it, overcoming their objections, it's why you tend to have a certain number that cancel, push, or no-show. Novice insurance agents waste their first interaction with a decision maker by trying to overcome their objections, rushing to secure the meeting as quickly as possible. But you sales ninjas are going to learn to take a very different approach. Instead of reacting to objections, you're going to learn how to virtually eliminate them up front by delivering a strong phrase that pays, baby. This simple yet powerful statement combines your avatar, who you serve, with the outcome you deliver, desire. And when you craft it correctly, this becomes your secret weapon for blowing industry stats out of the water, similar to what I shared with you in an earlier video. While the average booking rate is around 15%, in other words, you'd have to meet 10 decision makers to get roughly 1.5 to 2 of them to schedule a meeting. Our War on Profit challengers, our team, consistently is booking at 50% or higher and securing better qualified meetings. No more grinding down their objections or relying on worn out sales tactics or scripts. And by far, you get to improve your close ratio. Your first interaction that you had was based on respect and value instead of, well, I understand exactly how you feel. Many of my other clients felt the exact same way prior to meeting with me, but what they found after meeting with me was blah, 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 blah. Let me just overcome all your objections, and you're an idiot that doesn't care about your employees if you don't put this in place. By the way, did you know I can do this at no direct cost to you? And we could even put in a section 125 and blah! Shut up. Stop it. Focus on need and value. Blow the industry stats out of the water. Secure better qualified meetings. Stop founding. It's good stuff. What you're going to learn in this section here, how to confidently speak with those decision makers, why a strong phrase that pays is essential for reducing, if not eliminating, objections up front, the formula that I'm going to give you and help you craft a beautiful phrase that pays, that will connect with your avatar, attract the right, repel the wrong, real world examples of those phrases that pay so you can inspire your own, and how to position yourself as the trusted professional by focusing on value, not just trying to secure the meeting. Your phrase that pays, this is not a script. Like, you got to hear me right now. I am not a fan of scripts at all, ever. Don't train them, don't teach them. If you notice everything throughout the entire 8 secrets, you're going to realize that what I'm giving you is the playbook. What I'm giving you is the framework, but you still got to engage your personality, your words, your style, your persona. There's only one of you that God made, and you are the only one qualified to be you. So make sure that while we're going through not just this secret, but all the secrets, you got to authentically be you. So what formula are you going to use to be you? The formula is very simple. To schedule more decision maker meetings than you've ever scheduled, you're going to simply have your avatar plus desire, so who you love to serve, plus the desire, the outcome that you provide, equals DM scheduled. Avatar, who do you love to serve? What types of clients make your life meaningful and you love to work with them? And I'm talking way more the psychographics, who they are, not necessarily the demographics of what they do. We're going to get to that in just a minute. It's going to make a lot of sense. Desire. Desire for what, Zach? The outcome you provide for your avatar. Be very specific and be solution focused. When you combine these two elements, you create a value-driven statement that gets their attention, attracts the right, repels the wrong, which, baby, gets you results. So how to deliver your phrase that pays? What are some examples? Gave you a few examples right there in your workbook. I help companies that care about their employees offer benefits that their employees care about. Things like disability, paycheck protection, maybe dental, and so much more. Something you'd want to meet about. Who I am, just a name. Who I serve. I help companies that care about their employees and offer benefits. What I do, things like disability and so much more that take care of their employees. Want to meet. Another example, I sell a product that nearly everyone hates, but yet most want it, and I do it in a way that makes it almost fun. I build employee benefits and insurance in a way that makes at least people smile. Any chance I can get some time on your calendar? Want to meet. My favorite clients are owners that care about their employees and want to take really good care of them, the best care they can. I help design smart benefit packages that take care of the employee's biggest need, protecting their paycheck. If your outcome that you deliver is self-funded insurance and sophisticated insurance captives, you craft a phrase that pays that talks about the outcome you deliver. Very simple. Avatar, desire. Who you love to serve, the outcome that you provide, the outcome you deliver equals DM schedule. Regardless of how simple or how sophisticated your outcome, pay attention to this. These examples that I'm giving you on the book, they follow three very important criteria that I want to make sure you use in yours. Number one, they're very simple and very conversational. No jargon, no fluff, no big words, no makes them sound like you're smarter than they are. And I have heard sales trainers literally say that you're supposed to use big, sophisticated, fancy words so your prospect gets a little bit confused and then it puts you in the light as though you're the expert. That is the dumbest, stupidest advice being given by someone who isn't good at sales. I promise you that. Because the best, most highly paid sales professionals on the planet are the ones that can take very confusing, complicated things and boil it down to Jack and freaking Jill. Simple and conversational. Number two, they are focused on value. They solve a specific problem or address a specific need. Go back and look at them again. Number three, they end with a close. Every one of them ends with, so do you want to meet? Is that something we could schedule some time on? That's it. Who, what, want to meet. So why does your phrase that pays matter? Well, decision makers are bombarded with pitches daily. In their email, in their LinkedIn, in their text messages, like constant bombardment of people asking for their time. Your phrase that pays is going to stand out distinctly because number one, the bar in the industry is so low. Like people suck at this so bad. But the reason the phrase that pay works is because it's all about them. It's not about you. It's not about your product. It's not about your company. It's not about your Ethics magazine award or any of that other crap you've been taught to talk about. It is about them. It's about, like, literally, who, what. Your name is one word. Hi, my name is Zach. Who I serve. Companies that love and care about their employees and want to offer the best benefits they possibly can, maybe limited a little bit on budget. I help them fix that. You spend all your time talking about them, not yourself. It shows empathy for their challenges, clarity about your solution, and confidence in your ability to deliver. These are more than just words. It is the foundation of how you begin to develop trust, relationship, and turning a handshake into a long-term partnership. Now, I'm gonna go off on a little bit of a tangent here, right? You've probably heard it said that in order to be successful in sales, they have to know, like, and trust you. And that is true. There is definitely an element of know, like, and trust that comes in. But what I strongly and vehemently disagree with is it doesn't take time to build know, like, and trust. It takes seconds to build know, like, and trust, and even fractions of seconds to destroy it. It's actually pretty easy to build know, like, and trust if you speak confidently, clearly, and there's not confusion about what the heck it is you're asking me to do. If you can't get me to understand why you're asking for time on my calendar, you expect me to want to sit through a 15, 20, 30, 45-minute meeting with you? The phrase that pays gets through all that crap and allows you to just get to the freaking point. By crafting and then mastering your phrase that pays, you're going to position yourself as a partner who understands their needs and not just another salesperson cramming more of your product down their throat. Page 31, you're going to realize I've given you a complete roadmap here, much like I did for the law of familiarity, the 3-pass. Want to meet? When you ask, do you want to meet, there is only 3 responses you're ever going to get. There's not 4 or 14 or sometimes 3. There are 3 responses that you will get 100% of the time from your handshakes where you say, do you want to meet? They're going to give you one of 3 responses. Response number 1, in that green box, write big and bold, yes. Yes, I want to meet. Oh my gosh, yes. But here's the thing. We already know from earlier chapter that 97% of your marketplace is not problem aware or solution seeking, which by default means that 3% of your market is problem aware and or solution seeking, which means 3% of your handshakes are going to result in a yes, I want to meet. Now, don't make the rookie mistake and talk yourself out of the sale. I'm going to tell you what to do with that in just a moment. But the first response you're going to get from a percentage of your handshakes is yes. Yay! The second response you're going to get from a percentage of your handshakes is an objection. Objection. That's what you want to write in the red box there, is objection. Now, how do you know it's an objection? Okay, always the objection will end with a period. Objections always end with a period. We are not interested. Period. We can't afford it. Period. We already have benefits. Period. Our broker handles that. Period. Every objection you've ever gotten will always end in a period. And that's an important distinction because the third type of response that you will get from your decision makers is that yellow box there, clarifying questions. And here's a grave mistake that I have watched my entire career. Sales trainers spend all their time training you on what? How to overcome objections. And so when you spend all your time learning how to overcome objections, you treat anything the decision maker says that isn't a yes as an objection. And then you start trying to overcome it. They ask you a question and you pull this stupid stunt of, well, that's the exact reason we should meet. Or you work through the felt. Well, I can understand exactly how you feel. Many of my other clients felt the exact same way prior to meeting with me. What they found after we met was blah, 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 blah. Found. Want to meet? Stop it. Okay? You're going to get a yes. You're going to get an objection that ends in a period. You're going to get a clarifying question that ends in a question mark. So what do we do with yeses? 3% of the time, we're going to get yeses right off the bat. What do we do with those? Here's what you do. There's 3 things you do. Number 1, you schedule it. Number 2, you shut up. And number 3, you leave before you talk yourself out of the sale. What if I can run the meeting right there on the spot? That's perfectly fine. Then you schedule it for right now. You shut up from talking yourself out of the sale. You move the meeting from the lobby or from the telephone or whatever it is. You move it to the location, Zoom, or you move it to the boardroom, the conference room, their office, whatever it is. And then you start running Secret 4, the DM conversation. But what I see happen most often is you guys get yeses. We're all guilty of this. I've done it too. We get the yes, and then we can't shut up, and we just start bleh all over the place, and we talk ourselves straight out of the meeting. They end up canceling, pushing, or no-showing, or, as a matter of fact, I'm really kind of busy right now. Call me next week. When you get the yes, schedule it, shut up, and leave. Let's move on down to that yellow box down at the bottom with clarifying questions. When you get a clarifying question, that is a beautiful thing. Clarifying questions, here's what's so great about them. When you stop treating them as objections, because they're not objecting, when they ask a clarifying questions almost always indicate, wait, something you just said to me in your phrase that pays, I need to clarify because I think I might be interested. And that's weird because every time salespeople just drop in here or send me an email or call me, I usually just tell them to scram, get lost, call me in 6 months type thing. But dadgummit, I'm going to have to clarify because I think I might have desire. So let me clarify. I'm sorry, can you tell me exactly what do you do different than our current broker's doing for us? Well, that's the exact reason we should meet. I don't know until we meet. Oh, what a fast way to destroy the little bit of desire that was there. You just said, here's what they heard. I'm in sales and I'm going to cram something down your throat. In order to do that, I need to meet with you. Just answer them. You should be so confident in the outcome you deliver for your clients that you can just answer them. What kind of products do you sell? I do, just answer. And when you answer their direct question with a direct response, you're going to end your answer with, so, do you want to meet? Every time. Clarifying questions, answer them directly, ask to schedule the meeting. All right, so that brings me to the middle, the red right there. The one that most of us have gotten most of our career because we've treated everything as objections. When you get an objection, how do you handle them? Because Zach, you've been preaching and yelling and screaming into that microphone to stop overcoming objections, and that's all I've ever been trained to do. And then you felt founded, and I was exactly trained how to do that. So now I don't know what to do, and I'm kind of freaking out. Take a deep breath. Like, I'm gonna help you right here. Take a deep breath. Because when you get the objections, here's what's amazing. You'll know they're objections because they ended in a period. Yeah, good job. And all you're going to do with objections is agree with them. Literally, here's what you do. You agree with the objection. You clarify their desire. Desire for what, Zach? Desire for the outcome you provide. Agree with the objection, clarify their desire, ask for the meeting. That's it. Agree with the objection, clarify the desire, ask for the meeting. Do not clarify the objection. Do not respond to the objection by trying to overcome it. Do not tell them you know how they feel and others felt the same way until. I don't care what the objection is. We're simply too small. We're too small. We can't offer benefits. Totally got it. I mean, I'm assuming when you say you're too small. Now, is that because you just flat out do not want to offer benefits at all, or you're just too small and don't have really the budget to put behind benefits? Oh, yeah, we'd love to. We just don't have the budget for it. Ding, 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 ding. Agree with the objection and clarify. Do you have desire for the outcome I provide? Well, what's the outcome I provide? I provide benefits. Please don't complicate this. I mean, you will. It's one of the reasons Sales Ninja Insiders exist, because y'all complicate it, and then we got to help you uncomplicate it. All right, so agree, clarify desire, ask to schedule. When you clarify desire, here's what's going to happen, right? We'll go back to the one of I can't afford it. When you say something, when you clarify the desire of, well, now when you say you're too small and just simply can't put it in place, is that because you do not want to put anything in place, or you'd love to, but a budget? Oh, we'd absolutely love to, but we're definitely too small. We just don't have the budget for it. So here's what you're going to realize. Every objection, it is either real or reflexive. The first box at the top, real objection. Real objections. How do I know the difference between a real objection and a reflexive objection? Because, friend, you'll want to treat them very differently if you want to move to like freaking ninja status on this stuff. When you realize there are only two types of objections and they're either real or they're reflexive, and you can listen and learn to distinguish between the two, real objections always. Here's another beautiful word. Always, not sometimes, not most of the time. Real objections always are emotional and time-bound. Always emotional and time-bound. I'll give you an example in just a moment. Reflexive objections, here's how hard this is, they will not be emotional and or time-bound. That's it. Okay, so real objections. When I find out a real objection, what would be an example of a real objection? Well, let's go back to the phrase that pays, hey, do you want to meet? Yeah, listen, not right now. We got too much going on. We're incredibly busy. It's just not something we can put in place right now. I'm sure none of you have ever heard that, but if you got an objection similar to that, what do we do? Well, that one ended in a period, so I'm going to look at my roadmap here. Oh, I need to agree. Got it. Not something you're wanting to put in place right now. When you say not right now, do you mean like you have no desire to ever do anything with employee benefits, or now is just not a good time because... Yeah, man, listen, I'm wearing a lot of hats right now. If I'm telling you the whole truth, I've got an IRS auditor sitting 2 doors down from me. He's going through my last 5 years of books. He's stressing me out. Beyond angry. I cannot take anything else on right now until this stupid audit is over. Okay, let's look at our roadmap. Too busy, not going to look at it right now. When you say you're too busy, is that because you don't want to ever put benefits in place, or just now is not a good time because IRS auditor. In my next door, angry. I'm going to guess the IRS auditor, is that real or reflexive? Well, if I look at my roadmap here, is it emotional? Yeah. Was it time-bound? Sure, the audit's not going on forever. It'll be over in a few weeks, maybe a month or two. Okay, so when the roadmap says if it's a real objection, what do we do? How do we handle real objections? Well, when they are emotional and time-bound, and we learned that because we didn't clarify, y'all, please get this. We didn't clarify the objection, we clarified their desire. And then they clarified that their objection was real. IRS auditor next door stressing me out. Okay, when it's a real objection, simply stop. Like, whoop, done. So here's how you would handle that. Oh my gosh, you got IRS. Listen, man, I was going to ask to get that time on your calendar, but forget it. Like, ugh, sorry you're having to deal with that. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll if it's all right with you, I'll holler at you in, I don't know, maybe a month or two when this audit's over and you've had some time to decompress. But until then, obviously you need to deal with that. Is that cool? All right, yeah, good. All right, see you later. And then, man, move to write a note off to the side. If you want to do something so cool, do what nobody does and treat real objections. I used to carry in my truck when I was out in the field all the time a stack of Starbucks gift cards and a stack of blank cards and envelopes. And I would go out to my truck right then and there and write owner's name, John. Man, hate that you're having to go through that audit. I know I would need some extra caffeine to help me out if I was dealing with that. Enjoy a coffee on me, Zach. Like, that's it. Don't turn it into a sales pitch. Don't ask for time later. Just literally be a human being. Have some empathy. And what will happen is you will elevate yourself so far beyond what 99.99% of salespeople ever do, that when you follow up in a month and you say, hey man, not sure what coffee you ended up buying with that gift card, but I'm hoping the audit, did it go your way? Hey, oh my gosh. You know what? Yeah, it turned out that blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Well, how can I help you? Well, man, I'm hoping I can help you. I want to get that time on your calendar. What flavor coffee am I bringing you when we meet next week? You will schedule meetings left and right because you were real and empathetic and a human being instead of just trying to cram objection overcoming down their throat. Oh, going through an IRS audit, did you know if you had a Section 125, I could actually save you some money on taxes? Oh my gosh, please stop. Okay. I'm just having fun. I hope y'all are having fun too. That means that the vast majority of your objections, the vast majority that you're getting, are going to be reflexive because they won't be emotional or time bound. When they said we're too busy and I clarified, do you have desire now or ever? Man, if I'm telling you the truth, it's just, we're always busy. I got a lot going on. Now's not a great time. Just hit me up in 2 or 3 months. Okay. What does it say? Let's look at our roadmap. Clarify desire 2 times before you go all in. So here's what that basically means. When you've had to work through 2 objections by clarifying their desire, here again, so how do we clarify desire? We're gonna agree with the objection. Got it. Man, it sounds like you literally are wearing a lot of hats right now and have a lot of stuff going on. So I'm gonna get out of here. Before I do, quick question. If you were to put something in place, if you wanted to put employee benefits in to help take care of your folks, if you scheduled that meeting and we kept it short, sweet, and to the point, we don't waste time, is that something you'd be willing to invest time with me, quite literally in the next week? Maybe 30 minutes. Want to meet? Listen, man, I would. God. All right, when you say 30 minutes, do you mean 30 minutes or do you mean 30 minutes that turns into an hour? Listen, boss, I mean 30 minutes. If you don't see value in what I'm doing and how I can help your business specifically within a half hour, then there's no point in us spending an hour together. 30 minutes, in and out. You either love it or you don't. We move on either way. Fair. Okay. Literally, when you clarify their desire 2 times and it comes back to, yes, I would like to, but. Yes, I would like that outcome, but. Objection. Simply agree. You clarify the desire. And then the all-in statement is what I just showed you. Here's my favorite way to go all in. You have to adopt this to you. My all-in statement after the second objection that I have agreed with and clarified their desire and got a, yeah, I would like that desire, but too small. Yeah, I would like that outcome, but too broke, whatever it is, whatever their objection is. The all-in statement is name. John, man, I get it. Here's my thing. If you're willing to invest the 30 minutes to see if we can help your people the way you say you're interested, 30 minutes means 30 minutes. We can either help you or we can't. You'll know if you like it, we move forward. If you don't like it, we are done. And neither one of us are wasting time on follow-up. Is that fair? Most of the time, and I mean it's a high percent of the time, right then and there, because of the way you nurtured them, because of the way you're handling this handshake, you're going to end up scheduling a lot of appointments from that all in. Now, I'm getting way too sophisticated for this YouTube video, but I just want you to kind of follow this with me for a minute. That is a temporary skill set that's kind of a bridge. It's kind of a Band-Aid. When you get really good at what I'm talking about and you work on your handshake and you're part of our coaching community and you're just, man, you are a freaking ninja when it comes to wanna meet, the handshake, the phrase that pays, you're gonna find that over time, your objections virtually, I don't wanna say eliminate, but they almost disappear. And what you're going to be left with, because of your nurture and because of the way you're bringing them in, you're going to be left with a lot of yeses and you're going to be left with a lot. The majority will be clarifying questions. Clarifying questions are a good thing. Clarifying questions indicate desire. Clarifying questions that are answered with a direct response get a direct answer. Like, guys, man, this right here, Secret 3, this decision maker handshake roadmap that I'm giving you right now, you got to study it. It takes some time, but think about this. Think about what happens. What does it look like for you? How do you emotionally feel? How do you physically feel when you can generate leads, nurture them, and then when you get to the handshake, you can do it with such confidence and clarity because it's just avatar, desire, outcome. That's it. And objections almost go away, and you're not stuck with trying to overcome them and founding them. And like what I'm describing right now is a euphoric pot of gold at the end of the rainbow that most sales professionals don't understand, because most sales professionals have had it drilled into their freaking psyche that sales is all about who can overcome the objections the best. And God, that is so untrue. If you want to attract amazing clients that are with you for a long time, decision maker meetings that stick and don't have a cancellation, push, or no-show rate, or at least an unacceptable one, this is the roadmap right here. Like, I am giving you, please, it's so good. Recapping the first 3 secrets by now, you have learned the foundational strategies that separate struggling agents from ones that crush. Secret 1, you have learned to build a consistent pipeline that never runs dry. High five and hallelujah. Secret 2, you've learned how to nurture those leads using Secret 2, lead nurture, by mastering the law of familiarity that turn cold leads into warm and hot, fantastic opportunities. Secret 3, the decision maker handshake, crafting out your phrase that pays to nearly eliminate objections and book meetings with such confidence. Together, these 3 secrets form the foundation of your insurance flywheel. When executed correctly, they will create unstoppable momentum inside of your business. But this is like true story. Knowing these secrets, being familiar with these secrets, jotting notes into a workbook is not enough. Execution is everything. And friend, that is where the Sales Ninja Insiders and the War on Profit Challenge will help you execute so much faster. How the War on Profit Challenge helps you? It's not just another training. This is a live, high-impact experience designed to help you execute secrets 1 through 3, and I throw in a little secret 4 in there too, with precision and speed. Over the 30-day challenge, you'll have direct access to my coaches, tools, and a system that will help you master the most critical parts of your sales process to get that flywheel to start spinning. You're gonna get live coaching and accountability. Each challenge is capped. We only allow a certain number of people into the challenge so that we can give a lot of attention and really some hand-holding during that process. You're also going to get a pipeline results that you can see by the end of the 30-day challenge. You will have a thriving, well-organized pipeline filled with quality leads. We execute. Secret 1, Secret 2, Secret 3. You're going to get immediate wins. Participants, almost all, book qualified meetings, and some of you will even close deals during that 30-day window. And you're going to get confidence that lasts. You're not only going to learn how all this works, you're going to practice it live with my coaches, refine it with our feedback, and walk away ready to crush your goals. Scan the QR code, get on the wait list. Even if you're not interested in doing it right now, get on the wait list so that you're familiar when we open the next War on Profit cohort. You'll be the first to know. The way that it works is very simple. My Sales Ninja Insiders, my inside community that you can also choose to be a part of if you want to. Sales Ninja Insiders always get invited to the War on Profit challenges first. If we still have spots available after we've opened it up to our insiders, we open it up to those of you that just are on the wait list, that maybe are not part of the insiders community yet, which would be crazy because you need to be part of the insiders community. And then from there, we'll open it up to the rest of our email list, but that rarely ever happens. It usually always fills up between insiders and those of you on the wait list. So guys, that right there is Secret 3. It will change the way you run your business. I cannot wait to get you into Secret 4, where we get to talk about Jack and Jill selling. I'll see you at Secret 4. Make sure you've liked and subscribed this video. Please invite someone else, another insurance agent, to watch these videos. We're on a mission to help as many insurance agents as possible, and the content is free. Execution is everything. See you at Secret 4.